Hello, everyone. My name is Cindy Barker, and I'm the Capacity Building and Partnership Specialist at Thrive Alliance. I welcome you to Thrive's training on artificial intelligence usage for nonprofits. This starter guide that I'll be walking you through will help you navigate your first steps in adopting AI at your organization. Within this table of contents, you'll find hot links for each section so you can easily navigate the guide. So today we'll be going through the intended audience, the origin story, important considerations for AI tools specifically related to nonprofits, an introduction into artificial intelligence overall, governance and some recommendations and policy examples for nonprofits, and then using AI tools, going through each of the different major AI platforms, how to get started, how to write a great prompt, and some of the basic structures within a great prompt. Thrive Alliance is a robust, trusted network of 200 plus nonprofits, government entities, foundations, businesses, and community leaders with a shared commitment of strengthening the nonprofit sector within San Mateo County. Based in the heart of Silicon Valley, Thrive is uniquely positioned to bridge the technology gap for nonprofits and help them build capacity. This project was created through the partnership with the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, and we're extremely thankful for CZI and their partnership and support on this project. This starter guide is intended for nonprofit leaders and their staff who are new to artificial intelligence. It gives straightforward guidance and easy to access suggestions for nonprofit leaders and their staff to begin applying this revolutionary new technology. Artificial Intelligence AI for Nonprofits, a starter guide, was developed by Leadership Council San Mateo County's Leadership Core Class of 2025 Community Acceleration, or CAP team. Thrive worked with 6 members of the Leadership Core to understand how our nonprofit sector here in San Mateo County can adopt and implement AI for a greater impact internally, as well as integrating and utilizing AI to maximize community impact. Thank you to the Leadership Council of San Mateo County and the 6 CAP leads on creating this starter guide. We really appreciate all of the hard work you've done into building this. We would also like to thank Bryan Neider, CEO of AbilityPath and President of Thrive's Board of Directors, for his advice and input on this project. So, important considerations about AI tools for nonprofits. Artificial intelligence has a wide range of capabilities and platforms to choose from. For this project, the CAP team focused on the primary 4 platforms of AI due to not only their popularity, but also their ease of entry and cost to take into consideration nonprofits beginning to integrate AI into their work. So this entire starter guide and platform that you can follow along here on this video and will be linked later on is explicitly created for nonprofits in mind. These platforms that we will be going through have many similarities. And as you begin to get comfortable with these platforms, you will find extensive opportunities for utilizing and leveraging each one. Going into defining AI, AI helps enable computers and machines to simulate human learning, comprehension, problem solving, decision making, creativity, and autonomy. As you can see, this is a quote from the Oxford English Dictionary that was used and pulled through ChatGPT. And as we are kind of understanding AI within our world, some of these definitions for how it is used may change. For more information on defining AI, there's a short 5-minute video that you can watch that's linked on this page and in the starter guide that you can go look at on your own time. So although we may not think about it and may not be on our mind every single day, we actually use AI on a regular basis, much more than we actually think. whether it's through Netflix, Siri, Alexa, or other tech platforms. And of course, these platforms' uses of AI will vary based on functionality. We all use AI, whether we realize it or not, because we use it because it gets the job done fast and it helps us free up our time. So, this table here walks us through what AI can provide, what staff can provide, and ultimately how nonprofits benefit from implementing AI. For example, AI can automate repetitive administration tasks, such as that staff can focus on higher value, strategic, creative, and impactful work. In turn, the nonprofit as an organization benefits as time can be saved on things like data entry, presentations, meeting management and documentation, donor communication, and volunteer scheduling. Really, the benefits for organizations can be vast given how much you implement AI within your organization. AI can also help to strengthen grant applications, enhance external marketing, deliver more effective communications, serve clients anytime, and overall use organizational resources as efficiently and effectively as possible. There are two main themes that are really important to highlight as we kind of understand the benefits to nonprofits specifically within implementing in the early stages. Using AI in the nonprofit work setting will accelerate staff productivity by generating new content and automating tasks. Using AI will also drive nonprofit impact, as nonprofit staff time will be prioritized in serving the organization's mission and driving strategy. We want to make sure that our nonprofits, though often have limited resources, have the time and opportunity to connect with their mission-driven work. It's important to note some concerns that nonprofit professionals and everyone may have about the use of AI within an organization or on an everyday level. Some people may think that tools like ChatGPT make staff and volunteers lazy, but in reality, it can help to enhance efficiency, such as streamlining time-consuming tasks. It is evident that nonprofits often work with limited resources, so AI can help maximize our impact on the ground with our community. Please note, and this is a really important note throughout the entire guide and as you're implementing AI, that AI generated data and information should always be reviewed and complemented by human expertise, voice, and tone. Another myth being that AI prevents staff from learning essential skills. And yet the reality is that AI can serve as a coach, not a replacement for skill building. AI is a tool that staff can leverage, but it should never be a replacement for something. Moving into myth three, some people may believe that AI is a passing trend and it's not worth the investment. As many people may have said that um, throughout time and as we are developing this technology, whether it's the use of computers and or now the use of AI. But in truth, AI is already here and is continuing to shape the future for the workplace, and particularly nonprofits. There are a variety of areas within the nonprofit sector that are impacted by AI implementation and can provide organizations with a competitive advantage. The fourth myth shared in this starter guide is that AI tools always provide accurate and reliable information. This is not true. Even while this technology is being developed, AI tools can produce errors, hallucinations, and biased content. This is an extremely important point that AI should always be used as a complementary tool because mistakes do happen. Remember to always review materials, correct when needed, and use this tool appropriately. Human oversight in AI is the most important thing to take away from all of this is using AI to leverage your organization, but always having human oversight to confirm that everything is correct and aligns with your organization. Here's some considerations for AI governance that nonprofit leaders, especially executive directors, should review as you begin conversations internally about the use of AI. AI, again, should support, not undermine, a nonprofit's values, standards, and goals so that it aligns with the organization's mission. Nonprofits should look into and establish strict guidelines and security measures when collecting, storing, and using sensitive data. And this is true across everything that we do within cyber security and using technology is creating these guidelines. And so you should do the same with AI because this ensures that your organization's AI adoption complies with privacy laws and safeguards trust. It's important to also establish ethical guidelines to prevent biases and discrimination, including regular monitoring of outputs. Again, that's that human oversight. Nonprofits should promote transparency in AI decision making and prioritize that human oversight in critical areas such as HR, fundraising, and service delivery to enhance the fairness and equity. To warrant that the nonprofit's brand and storytelling remains consistent, you should develop a communication plan to inform team members about the goals and benefits of AI adoption, addressing any concerns or resistance early on. And this communication plan can be used and uploaded into your AI as well to make sure that you are staying on track. Creating training programs can also help staff understand AI tools and applications using responsible practices and considerations ethically. So, this, for example, this training that you are listening to now is an example of education for AI, and Thrive, as well as many other organizations, offer AI starters for nonprofits and AI trainings. Additionally, within considerations for AI governance, transparency and accountability is crucial for workplace adoption of AI to ensure that staff, donors, and stakeholders understand AI's role in decision making and can maintain one's trust and credibility. Nonprofit leaders should frequently also assess the costs of adopting AI technology, maintenance, and training. This connects to how we best utilize our resources. And finally, organizations should implement impact assessments to regularly evaluate the effectiveness of its AI adoption. This assessment that you use should define and measure success in relationship to your program impacts. Creating policies as well as staff trainings are crucial when implementing AI. An example test to consider is it okay for the content you used in your prompt, whether it's typed, uploaded, or referenced, to go viral on social media or in the public news? So always consider whatever you are inputting into these AI tools could be at risk. And so always to make sure that you have strong policies in place to consider data privacy. And then here's some real world AI policy examples that the CAPS team found. that to help you consider how to incorporate AI in your organization's work guidelines. These two examples are really great examples of nonprofits within our country that do a great job of kind of addressing AI and how to use it in the workplace. So, here is the fun part, getting started with AI. I want you to start small and familiarize yourself with AI. These four major platforms listed here can be used for projects such as internal communications, content creation, social media posts, research, summarizing grants proposals, and analyzing data. Really, the possibilities are endless. So we want you to start small, but then also remember to train your team as you're starting into this. Provide AI literacy workshops and model confidence when using AI. Sharing uses and best practices can also help you to become more efficient and robust with your prompts and creating results. This is an iterative process overall. This takes a lot of time and learning to get comfortable with these platforms. Now, I'd like to walk you through some visual tours of the four leading platforms mentioned in this starter guide. There are a lot of similarities that you'll see across the platforms, but also nuances to take into account when exploring how to use each of them. Key similarities include intuitive user accessibility, informational support, and interactive elements to help get you started. So if you've never used ChatGPT before, this is the homepage. This is what it looks like. On this side, you can see the highlights of some of the most important features and buttons you will come across when using the platform. Most platforms will include a similar Ask Anything that you see here, where you can enter your prompt, as well as upload files to review and use a voice mode as well. Some added tools within ChatGPT include the search and reason buttons. When clicking on the search button, you can perform an online search and provide an updated response for questions requiring the latest data, whether it's looking at recent news articles, sports scores, the most updated stock prices, or what's going on in current events. The reason button, when activated, allows AI to take extra time to analyze, reason, and generate more thoughtful responses. This is especially useful for logical reasoning, math problems, or deep problem solving. Google's Gemini is very similar with a few extra buttons. The Canvas button is an option for both writing and coding that uses Gemini to adjust tone, length, and formatting. You can see kind of the different placements for the buttons overall on the page. Copilot is the Microsoft platform. Again, similar layout overall in this interface. Below, you'll see the prompt section, and below that, you will find suggested prompts to help you get started. So if you're kind of stuck and you don't really know what you want to talk to Copilot about, it'll kind of help you to get started in that process. Finally, here is Claude. On this platform, you can also easily click what style response you would like, whether it's normal, concise, explanatory, formal, or custom, to tailor Claude's responses to your needs. This is really helpful in just understanding what audience you are speaking to. So, while these platforms are all super similar and their interfaces look pretty similar, outcomes for these tools are not uniform. So here is a breakdown of some of the recommendations for which platforms to go to based on your intended usage and some of the platform's key strengths. So, for example, if you're creating content marketing, currently the best platform would be Claude due to its authentic tone. That sounds pretty close to human tone. Depending on your needs, there's a case to be made for using each of these different platforms. And as we were saying this is in 2025 right now. Some of this information in a year or two from now may change based on what platforms are doing the best in certain areas or what they try to prioritize. So to compare the tools and kind of understand which one to use, here's some pros and cons as well to allow for objective perspectives on each platform. As you get comfortable with different platforms, you may find that you like one over the other, but here are some comparisons and variability to see which platform suits your needs best. And I highly encourage you all to try using every single platform, or at least the free version for every platform, to really understand what works best for you. Something that may work best for you for your personal life may not be the best platform for your organization, depending on what prompts you are giving it and what needs you have within your organization. Once you have familiarized yourself with a platform or all of the platforms, it comes time to strengthen your skill in writing a great prompt. Writing a great prompt is crucial and extremely important for use of AI because it will end up giving you the best output. And as you kind of build on this skill, you'll end up saving time. It encourages creativity and you can build user confidence. So here's an example of a ChatGPT cheat sheet that you can use as a guide for the basic structure. So when writing a prompt, remember to always provide a role. So what is the AI platform supposed to be acting like? You want to give the platform a task and request the outcomes format. So going into some examples here for you and walking you through to how to do this. So you want to create a viewpoint that's that acting as a role, provide context, outline the task requested, and then specify the format that can help the AI tool to produce the best output. Here are some examples that are specific to nonprofits that will be able to help you conceptualize what a prompt should look like. Again, here are some more examples that you can use going through finding that role and persona, that acting um, position for the platform, establishing context, outlining the task, and specifying the format. So please feel free to revert back to some of these examples in helping you kind of practice writing your good prompt. And as you see, specifically for content generation, don't forget to define the communication type and goal, specify the target audience and sender, and frame the output when needed. It's important to take time to plan your prompt for the best results. Typically, if I have a concept in mind of something that I want ChatGPT to create for me, I'll write a pretty long prompt at the beginning to just get all of the content out there, be extremely explicit in what I'm looking for, because this then will help you and help the platform to produce better um, tools and better writing prompts or writing examples for you so that output is in the best stage possible earlier on and less iteration is needed. So here's an example of the content generation for a nonprofit developing content for an upcoming campaign. So giving the persona, acting as this person, I am an experienced storyteller and content creator specializing in nonprofit impact narratives. Our nonprofit website, where you can link the website itself, features impact stories, testimonials. We want to create compelling content, and you can provide all of that background information there. So that's all the context. Outlining the task for the platform, help us extract and craft impactful messages and stories from our content to highlight the organization's successes and community impact. And then specify the format. These paragraphs and impactful messages should be in a 3 to 5 short, engaging messages suitable for campaigns, social media posts, donation pages, and that will emphasize emotional appeal and clarity. So, when writing a great prompt, this process may take some time, but truly, please don't give up. Iteration is the key to learning how to master AI prompt writing. It takes time to learn these platforms and understand the best way to communicate with them so you get the best output. Not only will you learn from experience, but the AI tool will also learn as well. Every time you're communicating with the AI tool, it is learning, and it is learning from the way that you prompt it, as well as how to prompt better and how to give better outputs for other people. So, for example, if you're not happy with the results initially that it's given to you, you can ask AI to change the tone. So, for example, make the paragraph that you were trying to write more engaging, more or less formal. Write it for the context of an older or younger adult audience, etc. So again, here's some more practice prompts and cheat sheets you can use as you start your journey with AI. Highly recommend you kind of try each of these, right? So for example, training to learn your writing, learn from your mistakes, and summarizing complex texts. Here are some additional suggestions for creating better results when iterating, including various perspectives. So, if you want something basic, super, super basic, and you want ChatGPT to explain quantum physics for you, you can say, explain like I'm 5 years old. Or you can try prompts like to learn a new skill. I am a complete beginner at XYZ. Help me create a plan to learn about this. Or you can ask the platform to act as a consultant or an expert. So act as XYZ professional and give me advice on this. This can provide an in-depth response and help to connect you with some of the perspectives of people that are experts within their field based on whatever you're asking. Again, using the 80-20 principle. So explain X to me by acting as an important leader in that field. Please give me the most important 20% of the information that will help me understand 80% of it. Or you can ask your AI platform to create unique ideas for you. So instead of summarizing or pulling from different perspectives, you can act as different roles and innovative content ideas that may be unconventional. Then, if you're looking for additional support, here are some online resources you can find to help you in your journey using AI. Again, this starter guide will be accessible to you all, and we hope you take a chance to kind of look at all of the things that are listed as links in here for additional resources. I hope this guide was helpful for you all, and you can start thinking about how to deepen your organization's impact within the community through the use of AI. Please feel free to use this guide and revert back to when needed and complement your personal experiences of learning AI. Thanks for listening to this training, and I look forward to hearing from you all about your organization's AI success stories. Thanks. Bye.